HelloFresh takes the guesswork and the extra hassle out of planning and preparing delicious meals for dinner. America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh gives you over 40 recipes to choose from each week. And then your farm-fresh, pre-portioned seasonal ingredients arrive at your doorstep with simple instructions to help you feel like the master chef of your kitchen. And did you know that HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout? HelloFresh has been an awesome addition to our household's dinner routine. We all get involved and cook together, following the pictured step-by-step instructions. It's a fun quality time, and the meals are delicious. Give it a try and see for yourself. Go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50havingitall for 50% off plus free shipping. Again, to get 50% off plus free shipping, go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50havingitall.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Welcome to the Having It All podcast, the show about what it takes to live an abundant, loving life. My name is Matthew Bivens, and each week I'm helping you get out of your head so that you can truly have it all. Let's do it. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Having It All podcast. My name is Matthew Bivens, and thank you for joining me on this beautiful Wednesday as we talk about living an abundant, loving life. You might be wondering, why am I getting an episode on Wednesday? Well, it's because this entire week, I'm going to be publishing a brand new episode every day this week as a thank you to you for tuning in, because I am so grateful that you come and hang out with me here weekly. And so I felt so inspired to I think there's just a lot of things going on right now. I got a lot of life pouring out of me, and this podcast is my way to capture it. And so that's what I'm doing this entire week. I'm excited about that. Today's conversation is stemming from a chat I had with my friend Alex. And what came up in that conversation has to do with patience, has to do with preparedness, has to do with divine timing. And so that's what we're going to get into today. It's going to be a quick one, just a quick one today. But before we do, I want to share some magic. Now, magical moments, these are things that we talk about at the top of every episode. And magical moments are when we influence self, others, and life in an empowering way. And you're doing it all the time, but you may not be recognizing it. So I'm sharing it in these episodes so that you can get used to hearing magic, and so that you begin thinking about magic in your own life. So right now, the magic I want to share has to do with, I guess, others and maybe life itself. Yesterday, I took Sarah to go see a play, a musical. Yeah, I guess musicals are plays. We went to go see a musical here in Atlanta called White Christmas. And it was really cool. We went to this theater in downtown called the Fox Theater, and it's a beautiful venue, absolutely beautiful venue. It's an old, I think they call them movie palaces from back in the 20s. I think it was built in like 29 or 1930, and it's just gorgeous building, amazing architecture. It's got like this Moroccan theme to it, and it's a beautiful, beautiful building. We've been there several times, and last night we saw the musical White Christmas, which is one of Sarah's favorites. It's around this time of year. It's not uncommon for me to walk through the house and pass by the living room and see Sarah watching White Christmas. And I don't know what she's watching. I just know it's an old black and white movie because she loves to watch those things. So I decided, you know what, let me surprise her by taking her to go see the play. So I bought some tickets in secret, and I really hope Sarah doesn't go through the budget and see this purchase from Ticketmaster, because then she'll know what's up. But she didn't. And so yesterday afternoon rolled around, and I surprised her by texting her a screenshot of the ticket. And she was confused at first. She was like, what is this? Did you mean to send this to me? And then she saw the date, and then she saw the time, and then she looked over and saw me smirking. So she knew what was up. And we had a really fantastic time. We got all dressed up. We went and picked up some Mediterranean food beforehand. We enjoyed some falafel and chicken shawarma on the drive down there. And then went to the show, and it was beautiful. It was amazing. I love seeing folks who are at the top of their craft perform their craft. So whether it is, actors in a play or a musician who's doing a concert or whatever it is, whoever has put in the reps to become a master of what they do, I really love watching them do what they do. So it was very cool for me, and I got to experience the story for the first time. I didn't know anything about it, and I could just tell Sarah was loving it, and she was incredibly grateful. So that was our magic. It was a beautiful, magical evening. HelloFresh takes the guesswork and the extra hassle out of planning and preparing delicious meals for dinner. America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh gives you over 40 recipes to choose from each week. And then your farm-fresh, pre-portioned seasonal ingredients arrive at your doorstep with simple instructions to help you feel like the master chef of your kitchen. And did you know that HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout? HelloFresh has been an awesome addition to our household's dinner routine. We all get involved and cook together, following the pictured step-by-step instructions. It's a fun quality time, and the meals are delicious. Give it a try and see for yourself. Go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50havingitall for 50% off plus free shipping. Again, to get 50% off plus free shipping, go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50havingitall.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
And now I want you to think about your magic. How have you influenced self, others, or life in the past 24 hours? Think about it. Because the more you connect with the truth that you are a magical person, that you are creating magic all the time, the more you realize that you already have an abundant, loving life. You already have it all. And magic is connected with gratitude as well. And that's truly how you be happy and joyous all the time. You just recognize that you have so many blessings and so many magical moments. And that's why I like to talk about this stuff at the beginning. It also sets the tone. Like, I feel great right now after sharing that magic. I feel a little bit more energized. And so that's what I want you to do now. Before you continue with the episode, just pause, think of your magic, and then we will carry on into some listener love. Because I love you. I love you. I'm grateful for you. I'm appreciative of you. And you all give me so much. You really do. And so it's my honor to give back by just giving you a shout out in the show. And today's listener love is actually connected with the topic today, because the person I want to shout out is Alex. And Alex, you hit me up on Instagram and I believe email as well. And I just appreciated connecting with you and chatting with you. And then we had the opportunity to jump on a phone call and talk today, and that was super fun. So Alex, thank you so much for listening to the show, for exposing your friends to it, your family to it. I mean, that's super cool to me. You're just paying it all forward, and that's a beautiful thing. And I'm grateful. And so, Alex, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you want to be like Alex and reach out to me and connect, please do. I would love to connect with you. I'd love to talk. You can do so on Instagram, Matthew_Bivens. That's my Instagram name or tag or handle, whatever you call it. And you can also hit me up on, email, mattcbivens@gmail.com. But I'm enjoying Instagram more and more these days. My email inbox, it's just so full. And even though I read every email, every one of you who's waiting on me for a response, know that I've read your email and a response is coming. It just takes me a while with email because I get emails from other people as well, as we all do, right? We had emails coming from many, many sources. Whereas Instagram, the only messages I receive are from you all. So every message in my inbox on Instagram comes from you. So that's, at least these days, has been a more direct pathway to me and a quicker pathway to me. So hit me up, your choice, Instagram, email. You can even go to my website and let's chat. I would love to hear some feedback. Actually, I'm going to put a request out there right now. I would love to hear topics that you want me to address. I want to hear very specific topics that you want me to dig into on the show. And you can send them to me on Instagram, you can send them to me via email or on my website. But tell me what you want me to talk about and give me detail. You know, it could be a scenario that you're going through or just some topic that you want some further insight on. But let me know so that I'm constantly making a show that you want to listen to. That's super important to me. And you get a chance to be a part of the podcast. I mean, how cool is it if you know, I'm doing an episode and it's dedicated to you because it was from your email or from your message about the thing that's going on with you. Because here's the thing, what's going on with you right now, I guarantee there are 1,000 other people listening as well who are experiencing the same exact thing. That's how it works. Because we're all connected. Because even though we have unique experiences in our lives, even though what I have gone through in my life is very different than what you've gone through in your life, we still feel the same emotions. We still feel excitement, and we still feel loneliness, and we still feel happiness, and we feel longing, and we feel pain, and we feel all of the things, right? And so we can relate to one another, even though the specific details about how those feelings came about are different. So share with me what you want me to talk about, because within your struggle or within your question is the potential for somebody else's breakthrough. And that's a super cool thing. It really is. Hit me up. Please do. All right. Let's get into today's topic. I hope the intro is not longer than the topic itself, but it might be for today because Alex and I were talking and it was a great conversation. And one of the things that Alex was talking about is something that I've experienced. I experienced it so many times. And it's this space you get into where you've made some sort of move in your life. You've taken some sort of big step. And you look back and you think, man, why did it take me so long to do that? You know, you might be saying, I'm 55 years old and I just divorced my husband. I knew that partnership was not really serving me, and it took me 15 years to finally divorce him. And you're like, why did it take me so long? Or, you know, I'm 24 years old and I have been living at home and I'm just now moving out. I'm just now striking out on my own. And all these people that I know are leaving when they're around 18. Why is it taking me so long? And in my life, I've experienced that in relationships. I've experienced that in jobs. I've experienced that with things in this podcast and things that I've been creating for this community. It's like, why have I waited so long? And if you're feeling that right now, my answer to you is this. You did not have the tools or the awareness needed to move until now. That's why. You are moving at the exact time you are supposed to. If you were meant to leave the house at 23, you would have left at 23. If you were meant to leave at 22, you would have left at 22. But you weren't. You were meant to make that move at 24. If you were meant to leave that relationship at the 15-year mark, you would have. But you needed to gather more tools. You needed to gain more courage. You needed to gain more trust in yourself. You needed to have more awareness about what was going on. You needed to be able to get a different perspective, a higher perspective. You needed to have a community around you that could support you. You needed to have the guts to do it, and you didn't have it until now. And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Because if you had made that move yesterday, you wouldn't have been ready. If you had made that move last year, if you had made that move 6 years ago when you're comparing yourself to other people who made the move themselves 6 years ago, you wouldn't have been ready. It wasn't your time. But since you're moving now, boom, it is your time. And what that also means is even if you're feeling super scared, even if you're feeling very nervous about what's ahead of you, you are equipped because you've made the move. You can handle what it is that's in front of you, even if it's completely unknown and terrifying to you. You can handle it because you took the first step. And that's a really, really important thing for us to recognize. It doesn't really serve us too well to be focused on what other people are doing and to be looking in the past at what we should have and could have done. Doesn't matter. And it also doesn't always serve us to get fixated on what could be in the future. Let's get very present, and let's recognize that the moves that we're making now are the moves that we're supposed to be making. You're quitting your job now because now you're ready. You weren't ready last month, so you're doing it now. And you may not know what's up ahead of you. You may not know where your money's going to come from, but that's okay because you took the first step, so now your spirit is ready. Your spirit's like, all right, let's do this. Let's jump. This is where faith comes in, people. This is where trust and surrender comes in. And the fact that what lies ahead of you is scary is a great thing. It's a great thing because that's where you're going to grow. You don't grow from situations that are easy. Transformation doesn't happen when the seas are calm. It happens when there's some rough surf out there. It happens when you have to dig deep and really connect with what it is that you're made of. And you only have to do that when there's adversity. You only have to do that when there's challenge. You only have to do that when things are unknown and you're moving forward anyway. So please, the thing I want you to take away from this is don't get caught up on comparing others when it comes to the timing of making some sort of move in your life. If you've made the move, great. Be with that. Let go of, I should have done it 6 years ago. Look at all these other people. They did it way before me. You aren't them, and they aren't you. And there's somebody who's looking at you, and they're like, oh my gosh, you made the move at 24? You left the house at 24? I'm 34 and I haven't left the house. And they're doing the same game that you are. So recognize that things happen for you when they are supposed to. When your spirit is ready for whatever its next step is, that's when it appears in front of you. That's when you take that first step, when you're ready. Because now you have the support, you have the tools, you have the awareness, you have the courage, you have whatever that was missing before, it's now present now, and that's why that thing is showing up now. That's why you don't know where it came from, but you just decided to go in and put your 2 weeks notice. You decided to sell your house. You decided to end the relationship. You don't really know where it came from, but you were just overwhelmed with this feeling, I have to do this right now. I have to do it right now. And so you did it. And now you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck did I do? Guess what? You did it because now you were ready. So go with that feeling. Trust yourself. Trust yourself and recognize if you weren't ready, you wouldn't have done it. If you weren't ready, it wouldn't have presented itself to you. The opportunity wouldn't be there in front of you. Embrace it.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
So Alex, thank you so much for inspiring this conversation. Really. Because it makes me think of the things that I'm like, all right, where am I telling myself that I'm not yet ready? Where am I telling myself I don't have enough knowledge, I don't have enough support, I don't have enough resources, I don't have enough courage? Because I probably do. I'm just a little bit fearful. Or where am I comparing myself? I do it all the time in business. I look at some of these other people. I'm like, look at what they've accomplished. Look at the size of their podcast. Look at how much money they're making. Look at all this stuff. You know, it's all that vain external, those bullshit metrics out there, right? And you get caught up in that stuff as opposed to gaining perspective on what you're up to. For me, gaining perspective on what I'm up to and being focused on my journey and recognizing that I have what I need to take the steps that I want to take. So I'm right there with you, people. I am right there with you experiencing this stuff. And that's what the beautiful thing is. We all get to experience these things together. We get to step into these challenges together. We get to have our breakdowns together. We get to have our breakthroughs together, and we get to share them amongst one another. And I love that because I get inspired by you all the time. Alex, I'm totally inspired by you. Absolutely. And that is such a cool thing that we can feed one another in that way. That through this podcast, through this community, we get to feed one another in stepping up, choosing to have it all, embracing our abundant, loving lives, choosing love over fear, being bold, being courageous, because that's not easy. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. If it were easy, I wouldn't have a podcast. If it were easy, the self-help section of Barnes & Noble would not exist. This stuff is hard. This stuff is hard. But in that challenge is where we all get to grow, where we get to become the people that we truly want to be, where we get to elevate ourselves. And I love that. And I'm always, always up for that. I'm always up for how can I become a greater version of myself today? How can I make a 1-degree adjustment? It's a beautiful thing. So keep on your path. Keep trusting yourself. Keep recognizing how freaking capable you are. You are so much more capable than you think. And if I need to remind you of that, cool, I'll do that. Fine. Replay this as many times as you need to hear it. You are so much more capable than you think. You've got what it takes to make the moves that you're making. You've got what it takes to make the moves that are set right in front of you. Trust yourself. It's going to be awesome. All right. So once again, please connect with me. Reach out. Give me some feedback on this conversation. Let me know the big moves that you've been making. I'd love to support you. It just puts some energy into what you're up to. And tell me, again, more topics you want me to do. I'm recording a lot of this stuff this week, right? Like, I'm recording it and I'm publishing it. I'm recording it and I'm publishing it. I don't normally do that, but it's kind of cool because the energy is real high when I'm hitting record. So if you hit me up, there's a great chance you're going to hear something in the next couple of days or the next couple of weeks. So hit me up, Matthew_Bivens on Instagram. I'm just going to put that one out there right now because that's my favorite right now. So hit me up on Instagram and let's just keep this thing moving. Let's just keep playing for these abundant, loving lives. Let's keep recognizing the gratitude that we have for all the blessings we have. Let's recognize those blessings. Let's recognize the magic that we're creating in our lives because it's all around us. It's all around us. And that's how we truly have it all. So my name is Matthew Bivens, and here is to you having it all. Quick note about the Having It All podcast. I am not a doctor nor a licensed therapist. I'm a guy with a story and a passion for conscious conversation. My thoughts, opinions, and beliefs are my own. So please consult with your doctor or healthcare provider regarding any questions or issues you have related to your personal, physical, or mental health.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.